Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video I will be showing you how I made these candle holders. I'm going to be using 4 of these square mirrors from Dollar Tree and I'm going to be removing the little tabs on the bottom. It's really easy to remove them with just an old credit card or a hard piece of plastic. I removed the tabs on all 4 of my mirrors. Now I'm going to be taking some bling wrap that I got at Dollar Tree to put it around the edge of my mirrors. I had already previously cut my strips down to size. Once I finish laying down all my pieces on top of my foam board, I'm going to go ahead and glue them down. I also bought this foam board at Dollar Tree. To glue them on, I just used hot glue. You want to make sure to add a generous amount of glue so they don't fall off. To glue down the bling wrap, I like to spread the glue evenly with the tip of my glue gun. Once I finished gluing down all of my design, I went ahead and cut it out. You want to cut as close to the edge as possible without cutting the bling wrap, of course. To make it easier for me to cut, I decided to cut away my design from the rest of the foam board. Once I finished cutting out my design, I laid it on top of some foam board to trace it and cut another shape just like it. Once I finished tracing it, I just cut it out with my scissors. Once I finished cutting it out, I glued it to the back of my design to make it sturdier. I also went around and hot glued down all the edges like this. Then I just glued some bling wrap all around the edges to cover up the foam board. It's really hot, so you want to be careful when pressing it down. I burned myself a couple of times, so I decided to use some scissors to place it down like this. You want to make sure to really get into that little corner so the bling wrap is really nice and attached. I continued to do this all the way around. Once I was done, I started working on my little shelf. For the shelf, you're going to be needing one of these square cake pans, and a protractor is what I use to cut it to make the design. I simply trace my protractor around and cut it out like this. Now I'm going to be using some foam board as well to make my shelf thicker. I used a total of 3 foam board cutouts. Once I finished cutting all of my pieces out, I began to assemble my shelf. I just hot glued down everything together. You want to make sure that the back always remains really nice and straight. I used a generous amount of glue in between every layer to make my shelf sturdy. To decorate the front part of my shelf, I'm going to be using these mirror mosaic tiles that I got on Amazon. These mirror mosaic tiles have adhesive on their own, but I decided to add some hot glue to make it last longer. I glued the mirror mosaic tiles along all the front part of the shelf. To glue my shelf to my mirror design, I used a combination of E6000 and hot glue. Then I just placed the shelf on my mirrors and let it dry. To hang them up, I just used command strips. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.